I want to cover the most significant aspects of the Voyager content portal and then spend some time on Toby AI. Remember that because we're in a rather significant development period right now, this webinar and any instructional tutorial from us will likely be outdated in less than a month. That means that the user interface may appear different from what you see here. Therefore, it's important to visit our tutorials and the Facebook group with regularity to keep up with our new features. We created the Voyager Content Portal to make it easier for travel professionals to stay top of mind with their clients in a manner that was informative, entertaining, and unobtrusive. We have a short tutorial explaining the concept of content marketing, which we want to recommend to you to watch. Essentially, content marketing is all of the graphics, video, social media posts, articles, checklists, and other pieces of content that you produce for clients to demonstrate that you have a certain expertise and dedication to the industry and to your clients. First are the Canva templates. These can be opened even in a free Canva account, and you can customize them by placing your logo on it, changing the font, graphics, or any other aspect. The slideshows you see here are actually being replaced by a new format, but the concept remains the same. You can place a travel slideshow on your website on a variety of topics. Now, there are dozens of articles that you can place on your website and then promote on social media to drive traffic to your website. These are professionally written articles, many authored by award-winning writers. We also have a large number of videos on the site. Some are Instagram portrait format videos, and others are landscape for Facebook and your website. The storyline articles are typically either destination or activity articles that you can place on your website. These are beautifully laid out and professionally written. If you put them on your website, promote them on Facebook or Instagram. A new category of content we're just now introducing are the lead magnets. A lead magnet is free content you give away for the purpose of gathering contacts. White papers, e-newsletters, and other content providing travel tips or explanations of travel are often the topic of lead magnets. Marketers use lead magnets to create sales leads. It is one of the best ways to generate new leads, and it's often the first step in a lead generation marketing funnel. Now, we're going to coach you in using these as a way of creating marketing funnels to bring new consumer leads into your travel practice. We are also resellers for the arrival destination guides. If you have an annual account, you can place these on your website. If you instead have a monthly account, you can still download a PDF of the destination guide from the travel portal and send it to your client. VS Create is a graphical editor you can use to create graphics for social media or your website. And it has artificial intelligence built into it, which you can use to generate unique graphics for your website. I realize that the star of the show is Toby, so let's spend a few moments just looking at some of the things that you can do with Toby that are truly unique and really in many ways emphasizes the importance of our support team in terms of providing you with an education on using Toby well in order to enhance every aspect of your travel practice. But first, let me pause for a moment to address one of the common mythologies of artificial intelligence that circulates in the travel industry. artificial intelligence is not going to take your job. Toby has never sat in a Paris cafe or taken a river cruise. That requires you, the human element, to interact with your clients. Toby does not want your job and will not take it. However, artificial intelligence is here to stay. It's not going away, and it will do nothing except improve in performance over the next months and years. So artificial intelligence will not take your job. However, other travel advisors using artificial intelligence may outperform you in your job if you don't begin to integrate it into your workflow. Why would you deprive yourself of such an incredible tool? Toby is a writing artificial intelligence, and we are working on other AI tools that will be virtual assistants for you. Our mission is to ensure that travel advisors are prepared to integrate artificial intelligence into their workflow in a manner that helps enhance their travel practice. Now, this is important to understand. Toby is fun to use, but that isn't enough reason for his being. Toby is meant to make you more productive and efficient, better in your day-to-day work. Okay, let's look at how to use Toby in your travel practice. And I believe you will easily see how the system will save you time and will make you more efficient in your content marketing. Okay, the first thing I want you to understand is that it's not necessary to ask Toby to only do one thing at a time. In this example right here, we're going to ask Toby to generate a complete marketing campaign in a single prompt. We're going to ask him for a landing page, a Facebook and Instagram ads with emojis and photography suggestions, an email sequence, and a blog article. We're then going to ask Toby to expand on the blog article. Now, naturally, you're going to want to edit for your brand voice, but consider how long it would take you to do the same thing without Toby's assistance. The entire effort here took less than 2 minutes. I would spend another 30 minutes editing, selecting photography, cleaning up, and I would have a first-class marketing campaign. Watch this. Toby is an invaluable tool when it comes to crafting really difficult letters to clients. And it helps by removing any emotional response and instead focuses on providing intelligent, honest, yet tactful explanations. Now, in this example, the client has stated the commonly held belief that they can find their travel cheaper online. Now, our first reaction might be to dismiss this potential client as not being worth our time. However, it may be worthwhile to employ Toby to assist in articulating a response to gain an insight that may otherwise elude us if we don't give full consideration to such a client's motivation. Remember, that client is a civilian and you're the professional. Toby can assist you with conveying this simple truth. Just look at how well articulated this letter is. Of course, not all letters are problematic. Sometimes we want to write a thank you note. Toby can help you do that and do it well. Initiating a chat is as simple as typing in a prompt. So here we've asked Toby to type in a friendly thank you note to a VIP customer and friend of the travel agency, Mary Jenkins. She's going on a cruise with Emerald Waterways during Christmas market, and we want to write a thank you note. Watch Toby go to work. And you can always ask Toby to rewrite something in the event that you need a different emphasis or he didn't put something in that you'd like to see included in the client letter. Now, a real common use of Toby is to write itineraries for clients. And so here I've got a client going to Phoenix, and we want to put together a great itinerary. So we give Toby that task. He's very capable of writing a good itinerary. Now, you'll want to fact check it. You'll want to make sure that it's accurate and that Toby hasn't put too much on the client for any given day. That's your job as the human in this equation. So let's see what Toby does. Okay, that's not bad, but I want now an additional paragraph. I want a concluding paragraph. So I'm going to ask Toby to write me one. Now I want to do one more thing here, and that is I'm going to change the format. We had it styled as a blog. Let's see what happens if we style it as an itinerary. Tone, style, we're going to leave that the same. We're still going to use GPT-4, but I'm going to alter my prompt just a bit. Okay, and so I'm going to take it one more step further. I'm going to take the prompt that I created and I've changed it just a bit because I'm telling it now to write that paragraph and to include each day's itinerary as bullet points. Now I won't make you sit through the whole thing, but I'm going to show you what that does. So now I'm going to copy that piece that Toby is just finishing up. And I'm going to paste it into Word so you can see what the bullet points look like. And there are your bullet points. So I hope that's helpful. It's probably not perfect. It's going to take some editing. It's going to take your personal attention to detail, but that's something of the type of workflow that I typically use and has worked well for me. Toby can help you write personalized lists for your clients, like packing lists and preparations for travel. Now here's a prompt that I have saved for this effort, and we're going to examine the prompt so we can understand why I've included these elements. But first I want to go through the settings. I know there's some redundancy between overtly putting the tone of voice in both the prompt and in the settings, but our experimentation shows this has produced really good results. Under tone, I choose casual. Under style, I choose conversation and informative. For format, I choose letter. Finally, under GPT controls, I choose GPT-4, which is typically better at creative language and longer prompts and output. I leave the temperature at the top of the scale. I give Toby Ellen's name and some details about the trip. This helps to customize Toby's output. I tell Toby that Ellen will be renting her equipment at the ski lodge, so he doesn't go into packing large bulky items like the skis. I indicate that she will probably want something dressy to wear at least one night. I then list the categories of items I want Toby to include. Now this is sometimes not necessary. He'll come up with everything the client should pack. But by listing these categories, I know that Toby will include them. And it's one of the reasons that I have created a prepared prompt so that I don't forget those categories and fail to tell Toby something needs to be added. I mention electronics and work-related materials in the event Ellen will be working on her vacation. Finally, I tell Toby the tone I want to use and to put it in a letter format. This again helps to personalize the list. Let's see what Toby does for us. As always now, you're going to want to take this first draft and edit it. You want to include your own voice, your own branding, anything that you think will help cement the relationship between you and your client. Now, as you look at what Toby's produced here, I think it's pretty good. Okay, I'm going to give you one more example here. And I really like this because it's a very clever idea that one of our agents came up with. And that is helping to prepare for a meeting. What if before the meeting that you had with a client to propose something like this particular trip, you asked Toby to help you prepare? You ask Toby, what are the likely objections I'm going to hear, and how can I counter those objections? Now, many of us would do this with a partner if we have a partner, but remember, Toby is now an associate of yours. Toby is now available to you for that kind of exercise. So let's see what Toby does. If you're preparing a sales opportunity for river cruising, you want 10 objections you might hear and the answers to those. Toby was pretty fast with that. River cruises are too expensive. Well, here's your answer to that objection. River cruises are too slow. River cruises are not as exciting as ocean cruises. River cruises are only for older people. So here you have an idea of how Toby can be your associate, how he can work with you, how he can help you prepare. Now, these are all answers you already know, but Toby is going to help you to articulate those answers so that you're not caught off guard. And if you need 5 more, you ask Toby for 5 more. So I hope this gives you some idea of the types of writing and the types of coaching and preparation that Toby can assist you with. Now, one final thing. We often get the question as to how we are different from ChatGPT. In other words, you've got chat out there. Some of you can access it for free. So why would you pay for this program as opposed to just getting something for free? And I'm going to give you some good answers to that. First of all, we are more than simply artificial intelligence. We spent the first part of this webinar talking about all the different types of content that we provide you. So you've got the Canva templates, the videos, you have the slideshows, you've got all of the articles that you can utilize on your website. So we're more than just that. We're more than just artificial intelligence. None of that is held by chat or anyone else. Then there's the issue of support. We provide support for you. Try to get support from chat sometime when something goes wrong or when chat is down. You're not going to get that kind of help. We're going to provide that to you. We're going to provide you with training. There's no training with chat. You have to go out and buy additional training. We're going to do it as part of your program. One of the most interesting things I think that we do is to coach you in prompting. If something isn't working for you, if you're not getting the kind of result that you think you should be getting, then you can bring that to us. And somebody on the support team who is a travel agent very likely is going to assist you. And if they're not already a travel advisor, then they have been in the past. One of the interesting things about everything that we do is we started off by training Toby in travel. ChatGPT is not trained in travel. Toby is. Toby receives continual training in travel, and it shows. Toby knows you as an individual. Your brand voice is travel-oriented. Toby is travel-oriented. So that whole brand voice situation that we've set up within Toby helps to identify him as your marketing assistant. He knows he's in the travel industry. And then very importantly is the fact that everything that Toby does is backed up by a company that knows travel. Our support team is made up of ex-travel advisors. It's made up of ex-travel publishers and travel lawyers and marketers in travel. So you have a support team present within Toby that you otherwise wouldn't have with ChatGPT. And then finally, we give you more AI than just chat. We give you other large language models that you can access. So if chat is down, it's down. With us, you can go to Claude. With us, you can go to one of our others. We didn't have time today to show you image generation, but image generation is a big part of this. You've got a team of people dedicated to travel within Toby, and we would like for the opportunity to dedicate ourselves to you. So we have a 7-day free trial that you can access. We are going to publish some information right after this where you can access that information. And if you will, just take the 7-day free trial. You can determine if Toby is right for you. I think you will find it at least an interesting exercise. Guys, thank you so much for allowing me to present this to you, and I look forward to working with you in the future. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.